So you just got your DSLR, or maybe you're thinking about getting one soon, or maybe you've had one for a while, but you're still a bit lost when it comes to taking pictures outside of automatic mode. I was in that same situation a few years ago. I didn't know what the settings were or what they meant. I didn't know how to take a picture very well, other than just pointing the camera at something and pushing the button. I made all the mistakes that everyone makes when they're trying to figure out photography at the beginning stages on their own. If you're like me, your photos might be pretty boring and they don't have a lot going for them. The image is probably underexposed or overexposed. They probably look like they're out of focus, they're blurry or grainy. They were taken at the wrong time of day. The color is probably looking funny, and the lighting and composition are probably way off. Now, sure, you may be able to put your camera in automatic mode and be able to take snapshots, but that's the same reason why you're getting the types of results I just listed. Using automatic mode won't give you what you want. It's only going to give you what your camera thinks you want, which is very different. Your camera just isn't intelligent enough to make proper judgment calls about what types of settings should be used in certain situations. It can't automatically figure out how bright or how dark you want the picture to be, how warm or cold you want it, what you want in focus and what you don't, whether or not you want to include motion blur, how much of the picture you want in focus, if you want the image to be grainy or not. It doesn't know. So, in short, if you haven't learned the essential principles of photography, you're basically shooting in the dark because your camera can't make very good artistic judgments. It's something that you have to learn and understand. What if you learned about the principles of photography first, before going out to try to take pictures? Then you would actually be able to use that knowledge to your benefit when out on the field instead of spending all that time experimenting and trying to get shots. You would understand exactly what your camera is capable of. You'd be able to get out of automatic mode and into the manual mode and actually start producing images where you are in control of what you want to portray, not the camera. The camera won't be making the decisions, you will. If you don't learn the important principles before going out to shoot, you'll have to spend months experimenting, just like I did. Now, that's totally fine if you want to do that, but if I had to redo it, I would have liked to simply spend a day or two learning about the most important, relevant information about photography before I started, as that would have gave me a huge jump start in taking great images much faster. The problem is, there wasn't any video course out there that taught everything I needed to know. All the courses I found only taught a fragment of what I needed to know and left out the rest. They didn't go over how everything connects in photography. For example, some courses teach you how to use your DSLR, but they won't teach you about composition. Other courses teach you about post-production, but they don't teach you about light. So if you're brand new and you're just a little speck in the universe, you have no idea where to start. And that's exactly what this course is designed for. To give you a huge jump start where you can just take a few days, learn all the stuff all at once, and then you're set to go. The course is divided up into 4 modules. The first module is just all about how to master your DSLR camera. I'll show you what all the buttons do on your camera, and I'll go through all the different types of modes, how to adjust the aperture, shutter speed, ISO, focus, white balance. I'll also show you a bunch of example pictures across a variety of different situations that you'll find yourself in. So for example, you might be in a nighttime situation and you need to know whether or not you want to use your flash or not. And if you do, what types of settings do you need to have dialed in on your camera and on your flash? Or maybe you're in a sunset and you may want to use your flash, or maybe you don't. I'll tell you why you would and why you wouldn't. Maybe you want to take a picture of something moving and you want to capture that motion in that image. Maybe you don't want to capture the motion, you want to freeze it instantaneously. After watching this module, you'll understand your camera and you'll be able to just pick it up and use it intuitively without having to think about what you're doing. And you'll be able to do that in any situation you find yourself in. Now, Module 2 is all about photography equipment. In this, you'll learn about all the different types of camera bodies that are available to you and which ones you should probably get if you don't have one yet. You'll learn about the different types of lenses you can use to create completely different images. You'll learn about the different types of filters that you could get to create different effects on your images. You'll also learn about all the different types of lighting equipment that you can use to create completely different moods of the image. And of course, on top of that, you'll also learn about the miscellaneous stuff like camera bags, tripods, memory cards, batteries, light modifiers, tripod heads, and so on and so forth. Plus, a little bonus that's in Module 2 is a 50-page PDF document that lists out everything that I explain in the videos, but I also supply text and other explanations about this stuff. So you'll learn about the camera sensor, different types of lenses again, and with everything that I recommend, I'll supply a link in the ebook so you can purchase it online if you want to. Module